Genesis 37, verse 12. This Bible before me is the NIV, and so I read in Jesus' name. Now his brothers had gone to graze their father's flock near Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "As you know, your brothers are grazing the flocks near Shechem. Come, and I am going to send you to them." "Very well," he replied. So he said to him, "Go and see if all is well with your brothers and with the flock, and bring word back to me." Then he sent him off from the valley of Hebron. When Joseph arrived at Shechem, a man found him wandering around in the fields and asked him, "What are you looking for?" He replied, "I am looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are grazing their flock?" "They have moved on from here," the man answered. "I heard them say, 'Let's go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them near Dothan. But they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him. "Here comes the dreamer," they said to each other. "Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns, and say that a ferocious animal devoured him. Then we will see what comes of his dreams." When Reuben heard this, he tried to rescue him from their hands. "Let's not take his life," he said. "Don't shed any blood. Throw him into the cistern here in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him." Reuben said this to rescue him from them and take him back to their father. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the ornament robe he was wearing, and they took him and threw him into the cistern, and the cistern was empty, there was no water in it. The Lord bless the reading of his word in our hearts in Jesus' name. Today we talk on the topic, wickedness as an impediment to serving God faithfully. Wickedness as an impediment. We have been looking at this third quarter of the year, the fact that there are impediments to faithful service. We looked at some like the sin of greed. We talked about Gehazi, the servant of Elisha. Last week we heard about pride. And last week we said that common thinking that you are not proud in itself is pride. So we said there are impediments. There are things that will make you not serve God faithfully. And today what we are looking at is wickedness. The story of Joseph and his brothers is one that speaks to this topic, that speaks to this reality. That brothers saw their brother coming. When I was reading the text this time around, I thought the man that met Joseph in the wilderness wandering should have been the one that will hurt Joseph. Is that right? Not his brothers. Not his own brothers. But sadly, that is the truth in this story. That a visitor, a stranger, did not hurt Joseph. But his brothers saw him from a distance and said, "Let's kill this dreamer." While there are other ways of being wicked, I want us to stick to this text and to the context and talk about this kind of wickedness. I know there are many other ways that people are wicked and can be wicked. In the Old Testament, when you are talking about being wicked, you talk about the mental disregard for justice. You talk about outright disregard for righteousness. You talk about disregard for truth, for honor, for virtue. That wickedness is depravity of the mind. That wickedness is sinfulness. It is also criminality. So in the Old Testament, if you are wicked, all of those descriptions and these synonyms explain what the person is. So as we begin to hear God, do you have this disregard for justice? It means you are wicked. Do you have this disregard for righteousness? That you sin and you don't feel anything about it. That you are so against whatever is truth. It means you are wicked. If you are depraved or you are a criminal, in the Old Testament it also places you as a wicked person. While in the New Testament, wickedness is seen as of thought and purpose and action that is intended to inflict harm against another. So Jesus said, knowing their wickedness, he said, you hypocrites, why are you trying to trap me? So wickedness is seen as an intent of a person against another.
This is COCIN Light Telecast, the light for the nations.